for this entry, I'm going to start off with this. I just thought I'd show this because it's my mixing tray. I use it for everything: watercolors, inks, oil. So it's clean, so that's impressive. You rarely see it like this. So anyway, yeah. So I remember what it looks like when it's clean. Finally got my storyboards done for Tooth. Then I made an animatic out of this, and I'll show that at the end of this little talk. So that's all my boards. Boom. And then I got the backgrounds done, which took just as long to do boards and stuff. So I'll show you these real quick because there aren't too many. Here's the door where it starts off. Title plate. The tooth hole where the bug is going to be. I don't know if we can see these. The master shot of the living room. Probably the most uninteresting. Well, I tried. Whatever. It's interesting enough. Door again. Another master shot with the other guy. Different perspective. I really like this one. It came out good too when I put it in Photoshop and I kind of did lighting effects and stuff and bumped up the colors and the channel mixers. That's my favorite. This turned out the best. Yeah. This is when he smashes the door, and that's the end. So I'll put that at the end of this in a second. What else have I been doing? Started right into storyboarding for another cartoon I'm doing called Frogivore, and that's about a man eating man-sized humanoid frog. These are out of order. Great. Put them in order real quick. Alright, so here's the start of the Frogivore boards. You can't really see them because I haven't inked them out yet. I'm trying to make, like presentable storyboards that look cool because I kind of want to get a job in storyboarding. So it makes sense to put it in color. I don't know if this cartoon is going to be in color though. I'm still thinking about the style of this tune. I know I'm going to animate it in After Effects, kind of like using the puppet feature. So that's going to be different, but I don't know what the color is going to be. Not Flash, it's going to be hand drawn. The other tune is going to be in Flash, characters animated in Flash with the pencil tool, which looks kind of janky, but it really makes fast work of the animation process, and what are you going to do? So there's a guy in a boat fishing. We slowly push in, hence the red for the title safe stuff. And I just did like thumbnails to conserve paper and space. And this is the master shot. He jumps into frame. The bobber goes under. He thinks he has a fish on. And then up behind him, we have trouble brewing. And he's like, I don't know why I made him so intense. That's a bad drawing. I have to redraw it, I think, but we'll see. Like, hop into my fry pan, and then he's like bummed out because, I don't know, the bobber didn't come back up. He thinks he's snagged. And we have the Frogivore. We see him for the first time. And he hears him, whirls around, and there he is, roaring. Chomps down on his head, and then he's out of frame. He pops up, spits out the head, and boom, it lands in the guy's fry pan. And that's about it. Alright, good buddy. With the simple closing of this door, your tooth will be swiftly removed from your unkempt maw.
and that sweet, sweet tooth money will be lining your pockets. Are you sure that tooth was loose?
Are you sure you tied it to the right one?
Boring. Check all this stuff out. You got. This is all for train set stuff, I guess. It's like The Sims before there was video games. You have right here. You have Protestant funeral, and then one nun. I want to see a Protestant nun. Pay extra for that. Then we have, check this out for scenery, a grain field with a crop circle. Now that's something I would put in. Well, for real realism, we got the city dump. There's all like toxic waste barrels. And then right here they have a corpse under a bridge. No, I'm just kidding. This is an open letter to my clothing, 'cause I have had it. You know, I give you a nice warm closet to come home to every night, and a nice dirty hamper to lay down in when you're dirty. Yeah, oh shit, my lights are on. Yet I have to drag your ass, your dirty ass, to the laundry machine, the laundromat, on a weekly basis. And I have to pay quarters. This is horse shit! It will not stand! The least you could do is wash yourself for something. Next week, I want to talk. Now, don't even get me started on food. I have to go to the grocery store and buy you, and then poop you out. Ah. All right, so I'm doing some research, writing it down for my next podcast, which is the Dover Demon. And look at this. It's so sad. In a book, it's all jacked up. So I'm gonna have to use the old Elmer's rubber cement, fix that up. But yeah, I actually might get some footage of me doing this next podcast. So I'm writing out the script right now, and I'm also rendering out my vlog, which is 20 minutes long. I'm sure nobody will actually watch all of it, but you should definitely fast forward to that part. I think I'm gonna put like time annotations in my videos from now on to break up, you know, like just, I don't know, the lengthiness of it all. But that's part of it right there. Beautiful bubbling toxic waste, which was in my sink. The magic of special effects. Okay, I was gonna go dog fishing today, catch it on film. Well, unfortunately, the weather the weather's not up for it. Dag burn it. Okay, this is the third time I've gotten a fake key in the mail to possibly win a new car, and it's the third time I don't care. But the interesting thing about this key is it looks like it's an automatic. It's not like a chintzy metal thing coming out. It's actually got like buttons on it and stuff. Really? I mean, I don't know. I guess this is worth it to the auto sales industry to waste their time on this kind of gimmick. Whatever. If you're watching this, stop. No. Alright, check this out. Thought this was funny. I woke up, looked out my window and saw this. Kind of funny. I have a little bit of understanding of how ducks sleep, which is they basically sleep with like one eye open. I'll put a link in this video about where I heard that from RadioLab. Really interesting. But I'm assuming geese do the same thing. They gotta be really similar. Staring at him for like a minute and he just wasn't moving. It's like a duck decoy. Oh no, he's taking off. Damn it. He's like my dog when I try to film it and all of a sudden it wants to take off. Thought I'd get some footage of the travelers. Yeah. Pretty sure these aren't my gooses. I think they left a long time ago. I think these are guys just passing through down south. I love it when they do that for some reason. I wonder if they're like stretching out their wings after flying for a long time. Well, they are stretching out their wings, but I wonder. Whoa! Whoa! He did a barrel roll. That was rad. That was awesome. We're sleeping now. Oh, baby's just sleeping. Should I go out and put a blanket on him? Look at this guy. Oh, he's doing the 1 foot thing. They're all doing the 1 foot thing. This dude's like, can you stop moving around? I'm trying to sleep over here. Alright, check this out. This kind of reminded me of like the first high school dance, or not high school, middle school dance when, you know, the boys are on one side and the girls on the other. It's like all Canada over here, and then over there, it's all the little ducks. Which made me think, do they fly together down south? I don't know. I know quite a bit about whatever in nature, but I guess I'm ignorant about that. Yeah, I think ducks fly south, I'm pretty sure, because I don't see them in the winter. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I knew it all along. Oh, but anyway, I was thinking, yeah, it's like the first middle school dance when the boys are on one side, the girls are on the other or something. Or maybe I'm just thinking of movies, but yeah, where you first publicly, like, whatever, admit that you like girls or whatever, the opposite sex or whatever. They're coming over, see? They're coming over because a hot track just dropped. Nice. But anyway, oh, it's also the first snow. Little bits of snow are falling. Yeah, so thought I'd document that. Ducks is so cute. And the scream. Making a bookshelf in my kitchen, like you do, for my composition books. I just bought like $100 worth of oak. It's really solid. I mean, it's good wood, man. So all I'm doing is I augured in for my screws. If you can see, my screws go down in there, and I'm going to take this doweling and then kind of like, I don't know, glue it maybe, and then sand it so you can't, it'll conceal the screws. This board is the centerpiece. I don't know, it looks pretty slick. It worked pretty good for just buying a bunch of wood and slapping it together. And then I went with, I got some onyx, I believe it's called. It's a stain and a polyurethane. So I'll stain this like a dark black, and it'll have kind of like a glossy coat. Yeah. So next step is to put everything together and shellac it. That's amazing. Yeah, I made a lot of stuff, but this is pretty cool. This came together, well, I'm always optimistic about this kind of stuff, but this really did come out about as good as I wanted it to. So, pretty slick. I mean, this is solid. That is, I mean, I was looking at all the wood, and I was looking at the particle board. I was just so disgusted by how chintzy it was, and that's pretty much what you buy at the store is the particle board, which is just wood chips and glue blasted together. Which I have a bookshelf like that, you know. I wanted something really nice to put my sketchbooks and my composition books, so it's pretty good. Now I just gotta fill every one of those screw holes with the doweling to conceal everything. It really make it pop. Yeah, oh, and then also this backing, this is kind of like I actually looked up why cinder blocks were hollow, and I pretty much already knew the reason, and that's just because so they don't weigh like 1,000,000 pounds, you know, when they ship, and it's also cost productive, you know, so you're not paying extra for the holes. But anyway, this is the same deal. I just bought these little beams for support and also to be a stopper for the books, you know, so they don't go to the opposite side of the bookshelf when you shove it in. And yeah, so this is like about $100 worth of solid oak, and I was gonna, you know, put like a complete backing, you know, solid, but you know, first of all, it'd be even heavier than it already is, and it would be like $50 extra. So I just put these on. I think it looks cool, you know, to kind of have that negative space, if you will. So there's a design element involved as well, I guess. Oh, looks pretty cool. Yep. I thought I'd show this plugging the sunken screws, because as you can see, it pops up quite a bit. I bought this. This is what I'm using for glue that's bleeding out here. This is what you're looking at. It's called Gorilla Glue, and it kind of pops out like that stuff I use to make whatever, my own sculpting stuff, like polystyrene or whatever, to mold or carve and such. But yeah, so this is the result, you know. Hopefully, yeah, it'll do all it says that it does, which is it'll stain just like wood and bond really super hard, which it does. It feels really hard, so that's good. So yeah, I'm gonna sand this down so it'll all be like a uniform piece of wood. So, yep. Next time you see this, it'll be flush. So as you can see, it's sanded down beautifully. I'm really happy with this. Really surprised. I was kind of worried that it would just, pop out with any aggressive sanding, but it's flush and it looks great. The doweling is a little bit more discolored than the oak. I don't think the doweling was oak, but oh well, it was easy to cut through. That was all I was worried about. It's still better than, like a recess or a screw, with an obvious screw pattern with a cross thing. So it's just flush. Just nice and flush. That's all I was aiming for, so it works for me. Alright, Gorilla Glue. Okay, I wasn't gonna do this. I was like, forget about it, it's not that bad. But, see that light that I'm flashing through the crack here? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take that epoxy glue and seal her up so the piece is more solid, It just looks... Because I'm just one of those people who's like, I know I'm gonna see that this thing will be in my life for whatever, a long time or forever, whatever. But that I'm gonna see that and it's gonna drive me insane. So I might as well fix it now. It's hard to, yeah, there it is. Alright, so there it is, all smooth and pretty, ready for painting again. Oh man, I'm gonna sneeze. No gaps. Beautiful. And then over here, I ripped off the front face of my drawer on one of my desks because it was cracked. I'm slowly going to refurbish that thing too, and this is part of it, kind of gluing down the pencil rack here. I need to sand and paint over all that staining stuff. Yeah, rock and roll. Ta-da! I'm up early enough to get some light on this guy, and it's a little better. So there it is. The end. Fun times. Alright, so there it is. I'm gonna hold off on painting it. It's my little thingies again. I'm gonna hold off on painting it because I think instead of going with the paint that I have, I might do something a little bit more traditional like this, but not as light. I just don't want to spray paint black. Yeah, but we're pretty good. And I also have to, it's going to take me forever to sand this stuff off because you can't just paint over it. It's kind of like a laminate almost. Not a laminate, but it's the, whatever polyurethane seal, so it's kind of got a gloss to it. And paint nothing will take to that. It'll speed up like water. Yeah, this stuff is like 50 years old. Well, more than that. It's from the 50s, I think. So, and it is old, but I like it. No need to get a new one. Okay, I started refurbishing my desk. Or more, actually laying down the new staining and coating of the polyurethane. This is more of that 2-in-1 stuff, but says it's antique walnut satin, but I don't know, it's pretty light. Thought it'd be a little bit darker. It's roughly the same tone of color as the strip of wood after I sanded it. A little bit darker. It just looks wet, but it's a good look. It looks like the original. What I imagine the original would look like. So, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. And there was like water staining. I'm mostly worried about the water staining showing through. But obviously, if you if you restain it, it all soaks and normalizes, if you will, and it's all one solid color. I don't know though, we'll see when it dries. I'm pretty sure you're looking at basically end result, but sealed and dry. So yeah, pretty cool, man. So here are the new drawers, all painted up and slick as chips. Got the interior painted black, polyurethane. Much better. Side by side, the new front piece, looks a lot lighter than whatever the old wood, but what are you gonna do? Looks good enough. And then I got this finished. That's Mike Shank from Home Movies. I'm watching that cartoon right now. So, American movie, and he's floating in outer space.